Hello, filming a video on what I believe is the best F-22 you can get from China. Now updated with brushless motors. You can see it has brushless motors and speed controllers on each side. The plane comes with props installed and one set extra as well included. And it comes with a remote, which I've just already plugged in batteries, so I can go ahead and show you how the plane works and functions before we get it out in the sky. Check out the remote in case you don't have a 4-in-1 remote, because this does connect to a 4-in-1 remote if you update it. The remote doesn't look that bad. It's a little confusing to use for all the features, like using your light switches and such. But the stock remote should just do fine. And I plan on showing one flight footage with the stock remote and one with my Boxer. So let's turn on the plane and turn on the remote. Got the lights turned off, but with the afterburner still on. Let's see if I can turn it off. Nope. Can't figure out how to turn off the other ones. Let's see, we're currently in the least amount of stabilization mode, which is kind of like wind deflection, because you can see it's not correcting, and I can put it in the beginner modes and it will correct. So all the way down is expert mode. All the way up, it's beginner mode. I hope you stick around to see how this jet will fly and how it will fly on my channel and what I plan on doing with this jet. I plan on putting FPV and carrier landing this F-22 because it's really good at holding weight and performing extremely well. I'm gonna go ahead and get a Maiden in soon, but here's everything in the box. It comes with 1,000 milliamp battery, instruction manual, and it has the ability to bind to OpenTX. Let me see if I can get it one moment and show you that. Okay, and if you have any of these other jets bound, let's see how it goes. This is the same protocol. Okay, looks like we got it all working. I gotta figure out my light switch. The afterburners are on all the time. I was gonna say. So I have my gyro modes. Tons of power. This is going to be really fun. One moment. Well, I noticed with my TX-16, I had weak aileron response, or tail authority. I think the back was a little sticky from having all that hinge tape. I don't know why they have that. The other model doesn't have that and had no issue with that. So other than that, this jet is perfect. Look at that. Up, down. That's a left roll right roll. It's got crazy power. It should be a super fun plane. I plan on FPVing it, and like I said, carrier landing it. Very fun, but I will be doing a test flight with both remotes and show you how this thing flies. Hello, today I've got the best F-22 that has been produced so far from China. They've now released a brushless motor version, and I have the unboxing for it right after I fly this. But I wanted to show you with the brushless motors the flight characteristics of this now. All I've done is I've got this bound to my TX16 and I've shortened the landing gear. All I did was, to do this, I cut the landing gear where it was mounted and then rebent the holes to be mounted again. I did it just enough so the propeller still has enough clearance pretty safely and I can take off and land still. So I want to show you the flight characteristics of this awesome F-22, now brushless. Alrighty, got the camera on my head. With this jet, once you've bound it to your remote, you have to turn on the jet first before selecting the protocol. I'm flying it on the stock battery right here.
Switch warning.
Okay, got it set now. Should work. Yep. Have my lights on a switch. But the backlights I can't get to turn off. So this should be fine. I want to show you this jet, or this F-22 is really sweet. You can instantly enter it in a hover. This is not max power yet. And then you can accelerate out of it. So I'm trying to show a lot of flight characteristics and how this F-22 can fly. So you could fly in a pretty tight circle if you had no room, or if you were worried about landing and you didn't have much room to land in. This is my second flight with this, by the way. Just trying to high alpha over the sidewalk. So you can see it's very fun plane. You could fly it in tight corners, but I also want to show you it's well balanced from the factory with the stock battery. So it's level flight, inverted. Inverted needs a little bit of up. High alpha for days with a differential thrust.
Trim center.
I haven't even trimmed it much because, like I said, I only flew it once. It's got plenty of power. The battery, because it's a stock battery, I can already see I have low battery warning. I may have not charged it fully. But that gives me the opportunity to fly it with the stock remote as well, to show how it flies if you're not gonna fly with a 4-in-1 remote. You see, this is all on the low battery warning too. A lot different from the previous model. Still over 1-to-1 thrust. Let's see if I can come in for a nice landing on the sidewalk. It's kind of nice. Low power. You see the low battery warnings on. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the stock remote and to another battery that I have, a little bit smaller. Be right back. Alrighty, I've got the stock remote out and I want to show you how it flies with an 800 milliamp. Let's see if this one has a little bit more battery life. Considering that was the first time I charged the other battery. I'm pushing up on the power on this button to turn off the lights. So we've got it. This should be this is expert mode, all the way pulled back, the switch. So let's see how it flies. So this is how you could fly it if this is your first RC plane, for example. It doesn't roll too fast, like in terms of making you nervous. It is really pitchy though, especially if I had any expo. You really just are pointing it where you want it to go. Almost got in an accident right there. Whoops. It's not perfect weather right now. It's about 5-mile-per-hour breezes or more. And turning it in a hover. Use a lot of rudder for your turns to keep it flat. Otherwise, it will just lift up from you. So these are rudder turns. Very fun plane, very fast. That's how maneuverable it is in a tight spot. You can see, not too bad. It's more fun with the TX16.
You got the F-22.
Yes, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it looks like a good one to fly. I saw you doing some flips with it.
I believe that's low battery. So that's some better. So let's take off again. I have about a minute of flight time on low battery warning. Not the most taxiable. Oop. Had to put my foot out for that one. It's like when the food's done. Alrighty, well that's the F-22 from AliExpress or Kids Toy Lover, depending on where you are in the world. If you'd like to help out this channel in a huge way, purchasing from the links below helps me out a lot. I do not get sent anything for free yet, in case anyone thinks that. I'm nowhere near that level. But with enough, hopefully, good partnership with some brands, I might be able to get some toys sent to me. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.